Well, good evening, everybody. Hope you're having a great start to the weekend. It's Friday, 9 o'clock in the evening on this 14th of November, 2025. I just wanted to say hello to everybody, all my YouTube friends. I'm JP, and my friends call me Jeeps, and welcome to my stream, welcome to my channel. And tonight I'll be playing a little bit of my favorite game here, called Le Mans Ultimate. And after a disastrous week trying to race on Sebring, where basically I crashed every single night this week, I'm going to try something different. I need to change a pace. So I'll be racing on Silverstone this evening. So, okay. Enough chit-chat. Let's skip the practice. And let's get into the race. Okay, and let me know, folks, if you prefer this.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
If you prefer this camera. Okay, here we go. Okay, starting from middle of the field, that ain't bad. Is it me or those textures on that Aston Martin flipping around? Is that something that they did with an LED screen to confuse people that were following the car? Could be, we never know. Camouflage or changing liveries. Wouldn't that be cool? I guess we're heading that ways. I mean, liveries are ads, you know, so maybe changing it. I don't know if any of you watched Cannonball, the original car movie. I don't know if it was in the first one or the second
Green flag, green flag.
But the Lamborghini stops somewhere and hoses it down and it changes color and confuses the cops that were chasing it. They were like chasing a red Lamborghini and then it turns like white. So who knows? Maybe, you know, they could hose the cars down during a pit stop and change the liveries. Ooh, no, 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 no. Oh man, that was so bad. Okay, hopefully, come on. Stop, stop, stop. Hopefully I can catch up to them. Yes, I was a little bit distracted there. Oh, my bad. Well, the car is still running. I can still continue here. I got flat spots on my tires. And you can feel it. Somebody was arguing with me this week that saying that this game had really bad force feedback. I think it's actually quite good. But yeah, a little bit too much ABS, a little bit too much when you get flat spots. You can really feel it. Okay. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, no, no. I am completely out of it. Come on, concentrate here. Sorry, folks. No, I swear I did not have any stumbling juices. Oh, thank you for the like. Much appreciated. I've been racing on Sebring all week. I think I kind of forgot how to race. I should probably restart this. It's not off to a great start. But hey, sometimes, on the other hand, you kind of have to
Lap 2,
play the hand that
38.74.
has been given to you, so... obviously I'm not going to be racing for a podium here, but can I at least catch up to some people, the slowest? Maybe have myself a few good passes and finish strong. Okay, 13 seconds out ain't that bad, honestly. Might take me 6 laps to start catching up with them. Ooh, turn. Come on, you can do it. Okay, I know what's wrong. Yeah, okay. I did not calibrate nothing. Okay, let me see here. My pit house. Is that at 900? It is. That's the issue here, folks. Okay. I hate it when it does that. Controls, calibrate. Okay, that's what's going on here. There we go. Oh, wait a minute, though. Whoa. Okay. I didn't even tighten up my wheelbase. Because this is also my computer desk where I do all my work.
Lap 2,
Yeah,
17.07.
okay. Oh, okay, well that's no excuse. Come on. Get back into it. Yeah, the steering was at 900 degrees, so for me to do certain turns, I would have had to turn the steering wheel quite a bit. 900 degrees is almost like 2 turns, 2 complete turns in either direction. Yeah, well, that's what happens when a NEWB plays. I don't know. I just fired up my software and it's like, well, do you want to run it as an administrator? And I'm like, yes. I guess usually I don't. Or maybe I do and then I let it running for 5 days because it's not that often that I actually restart the computer. But yesterday there was this Windows update. Yeah, see, now I'm turning a lot better here. My turns are a lot sharper for slow turns. So I guess people prefer this camera. Ooh, now I'm 19 seconds out. I might as well just restart this race. I got a good excuse. My steering wasn't calibrated. Although it had nothing to do, I just was not paying attention. See that texture there in front of me keeps switching? I wonder if I fixed it in the last update. I haven't updated yet. I was slow and I was actually a little bit peeved this week because I don't know if I was having technical issues, but my shorts feed wasn't being promoted. So basically all week I'm like, okay, I've been at this for an hour and I haven't had one single view. And my moderators obviously go through the channel to hook up, but other than them, nobody was coming around. I mean, usually you guys are pretty quiet. You don't chat much, but usually you guys lurk around, and this week there was like no one. And it just wasn't like one night, it was like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, yesterday. Like all week, what's going on? And I'm like, well, maybe it's my internet, but
Green flag, green flag.
when I'll be moving, I'm going with another company. And it's actually supposed to be a lot better, so we'll see how that goes. Anxious to see how exactly everything unfolds. But it's supposed to be 10 times better than what I have here, which normally I'm pretty happy. I am limited on the bandwidth, but it's been pretty steady. Okay, well, got myself out of accidents there, keeping an eye on everything, even though I was distracting by chatting with you guys. Okay, I was lucky about that pass. I'm actually happy to see the viewers count go up and down. Well, actually, I'm happy to see it moving. I'm not happy when it goes down, obviously, but hey, I'm new to this. And unfortunately, yeah, I need to get a subscription, which I didn't want to do because next week I'm going to have to pull my PC desk all apart. So I won't be online and I'm moving, and then it will take me, you know, a week to get everything set up again, hopefully. I'm going to be living in boxes for 2 weeks. Cool.
Time
I kind of wish that, you know, the
20.71.
slowdown on the shorts feed would have been during those weeks instead of this week. But that's okay. A lot of people have been checking up the updates and Automobilista 2. A lot of people have been trying out Rensport. A lot of people are not happy with Rensport. And even some people were like me, rage quit on it, uninstalled the game. That kind of happened to me. I got really mad at the game. But for different reasons than the reviewer that I saw today rage quitting on it. Was it yesterday that I saw him? Some German guy. Sometimes on and off I watch. I'm like you guys. Sometimes I like watching guys that sim race. And yeah, he wasn't happy with that sport. He found the liveries quite expensive and quite ordinary. Which, when you compare it to a game like this one where you can make your own liveries, then yeah, you know, paying 25, 30 bucks for an okay livery when you can make your own. Okay, not everybody has the skills and all that, I agree, but even in this game, you know, you can, when you join a game, they will download all the liveries for you and stuff, depending on your subscription plans.
Lap 2, 10.89.
But I didn't like the physics of the game. At times they were trying to be super realistic, and at other times it kind of felt wonky. And from what I heard, they had to simplify things a little bit since it's cross-platform. So to get the physics to work on a console, they kind of had to tweak it. So like I said, sometimes it feels something like this game, and other times it feels arcade-ish, which I have no issues with that, honestly. If it works, it works. I mean, I played Project Cars and I had a lot of fun with that game. Which, by the way, those people are now making, what is it, Project Motor Racing. And a lot of people are looking forward to that as well. Okay, I passed one. Oh man, you guys. Come on, Mercedes, get out of the way. Porsche, you two get out of the way. I'm gonna lose a place because of that. Ooh, that Porsche actually saved me by challenging this guy. Okay. Maybe I'll have another chance here. There we go. There we go. Maybe another one. For two. No, just one. For two. For three.
That time was a 2,
I know a lot of my viewers, well,
9.
some of them, I know one in particular was really looking forward to Rensport, because he does play on consoles, so he wants a realistic sim. I guess Rensport will do it. It will get as close as he can to something like this game. It's just at times you'll notice that the behaviors are kind of weirdish. It's hard to describe. Unfortunately, I did not have a chance at the time that I was playing to try the force feedback. But the guy that I was watching yesterday was like, man, it's so bad, it's so bad. And that, unfortunately, it's not something I was able to test when I was playing Rensport before I rage quit on it. I didn't like the way that the lobbies were set up and the penalty system, because one guy was just having fun running into me. And because the penalty system doesn't consider who smashes into who, they just penalize both cars that were in the accident. So it's kind of infuriating when you're trying to race and somebody gets you kicked out of a race. Too many penalty points for crashing into cars. Like, oh man, come on. At this point, it's like the first time, okay, they deduct 1 point. The second time they deduct 3 points. The third time they deduct 5 points. Fourth time they kick you out of the game.
Time,
So that guy just not bumps into you
2:09.84.
3 times or 4 times in a row, and hey, you're both kicked out of the race. Which I get it, but come on, there's gotta be something better than that. Especially it's a test server for people to try stuff out. So okay, I'm annoyed by this guy that's crashing into me. It wrecks my race. But the fact that I'm not even allowed to race, and then you do one race and it's okay. Then you do another race and this guy's in your race again. And starts all over, crashes into everybody a couple of times, and then 2 or 3 people get booted out of the race. Oh, come on. And it happened, a couple of times over and over and over again. I just rage quit. And they didn't even have a single player back then either, so. Unless you wanted to do hot laps, which is not necessarily interesting. I mean, I don't race to get the fast times. I'm there to have fun and try to adapt my driving to what the others are doing here. A little bit of side door action. Okay, I can put up with that. It's not good for safety ratings and all that stuff. Compared to the full contact sport that I was just mentioning, that ain't so bad. Yeah, so the guy was complaining about the force feedback. I don't know. I know I used to enjoy Project Cars, but the force feedback isn't as refined as the one in this game. So, for people complaining about the force feedback in this game, I mean, it might be just the way that you need to set it up, and if you don't know, and you just do like the wizard, and you're not happy with it. And you don't really like tweaking or playing around with the settings, then okay, I can understand why you might not be happy with it, but I'm there to say that the game does not have good force feedback settings. I mean, this is like 100 times better than Project Cars, and I really like Project Cars. Sure, it's arcade-ish. That's why I say, having a little bit of arcade physics keeps you reminded that you're playing a game, A lot of people take the sim racing very seriously, and I get it, and it's all good. I used to, many times I've played games very seriously. I played a lot of Mech Warrior and leagues and all that kind of stuff, so it's a shooter game, and it's also a team sport, so sometimes taking cover and staying alive wins the day. And everybody's tempted of going Rambo. Yeah, no, everybody's pinned down. We're pinning them down. They are pinning us down. Whoever comes out of their hiding spot gets wiped out. So, if nobody gets killed, it's a tie. So nobody wins, nobody loses. And if somebody decides to go Commando, or Rambo, or whatever, then they get killed, and then there's a team that ends up losing. So, you know, it's working on team discipline, team communication, dealing with everybody's, you know, everybody wants to go out and break the stalemate and try to create something, but when you know the maps, when you know the layouts, and sometimes you just have to rely on better players, of which at one time I was very, you know, very competitive. So, yeah, sometimes you kind of have to save the day for the team. There's 4 guys beating down on you, they're all beaten up, but you're, you know, still a 4-on-1 situation. I mean, you gotta win the day at the end of the day. And you find yourself a hill and you turn around, go around it, trying to get one-on-one situations. And if you're faster and better skilled, you take out the enemy one at a time. You know, so I get it, playing seriously and competitively and stuff. As you can see, folks, I'm too old now to play at that level. So for me, I know when I sit here that this is a game. And when I get into my car to go and do my groceries and whatnot, I know that there's other people on the road. Just want everybody to get back home safely to their families, their loved ones, their kids, etc., etc.
Lap 2, 10.38.
You know, I did a lot of motorcycle riding. It's incredible. You're just cruising down the highway and then the car next to you just starts moving into your lane. They never saw you. They were just texting on their phone. You know, they could have killed you or killed me and not even notice it, but I'm not saying that they're stupid on purpose, you know. Still, you end up killing somebody and it's what? You're not paying attention? Then how do you feel for the rest of your life? Knowing that you did something stupid and it ended somebody's. So I come here and unwind, and if I want to push it, I can. If I just want to tag this guy and shadow him for a while, wait for him to make a mistake and pass him, or I can come up to his bumper and, you know, try to force the issue, but also this becomes more dangerous. One of us can make a mistake and we get both taken out of the race. Or is he just trying to break the slipstream? He was just trying to break the slipstream. He's not going to let me pass him. Okay, whoever's in first has quite the lead.
Lap 2, 10.15.
12 seconds late. And okay, there's about 12 12 laps to go. So if I knock a second off of each lap, maybe I can catch up to him. Or I can take it easy and just be happy with the podium finish that I'm getting. So what would you guys do in my place? Oh, I saw him. See, that's the thing though. When I see a car in front of me, that's when I start making mistakes. I try to catch up to them. I try to push harder, make mistakes. And then get my car whacked. And then kind of regret. And I end up finishing 9th or 10th or last. And I should just be happy here. But sometimes you just have to take it easy. And sometimes, what can I say? Just relax, focus, ins and outs. Try to hit those apexes. And if you catch up, you catch up to them. If you don't, you don't. Not the end of the world, but don't push yourself too much.
Lap 2:08.67.
No. Well, when I did see him, he was quite far away, and I just saw him there again. I just saw him here again. I know I'm not catching... Well, I am kind of catching up, but I'm not really. A second a lap, it's still not going to be enough. But it can make for an interesting end of the race. If I do catch up to them, it could be exciting for you guys at home. So at this rate though, I mean, I'm gonna catch up to him, but I still have to tail him and pass him, so just need to focus. I just need to relax. Just have to be consistent. I think consistency will be better. Oh, there he is. Oh, and he's staying longer at the... Well, you guys at home might not be able to see it, because you might be watching on a smaller screen and just see a black dot. Far, far away. concentrate because I'm losing my concentration and I'm not being consistent here. I'm losing time because of it. At this stage, my tires are super sticky. I missed my braking there. No. My bad. So what I mean, sometimes you try to cut a fraction of a second here, a fraction there. Put on the gas too early, too much gas
Time
too early.
2:30.25.
And you end up making costly mistakes. So I'm not going to end up catching up to this guy. Got him down to what, almost 8 seconds there, but then we jumped back to 13, 14 seconds. I should just be happy if I can finish the race, bring it home in second place. Maybe next time have a better start and catch up to him earlier. But he is so far ahead of the second place. I'm actually wondering here if he's not light on fuel, because I've seen this before where I tried catching up to the two cars in front, and it took me a long time, and just as I was about to do it 2 laps from the end, they went into the pits. They were light on fuel. And that's why they were so fast. I like Silverstone. I'm happy that they put it in the game. And I forgot, is it Barcelona that they just put in now? So, looking forward to Spain. Not a track that I've often raced on it, but I'm a little bit familiar with it.
Lap 2, 10.35.
That's kind of my beef with this game, was the lack of tracks. But that's okay. It really is. It really is. Ooh, almost lost the rear there again. Pushing too much. Pushing too much. That first place is super fast. Okay, I'm losing 2 seconds this lap around, but I was at 8 seconds from him, and now that's doubled. It's up to 16. So he is very fast, not making any mistakes.
That time was a 2:10.91.
Still incredible, because for me, let's say that, you know, being 2 seconds within my regular lap times, for me, I call that being consistent.
Time
And when you look at the Formula
2:09.01.
One drivers, they have to be like at 0.05 of their lap times to be considered consistent. I mean, that's a fraction of a second, dude. Not counting traffic and none of that stuff there, but you know, they keep going faster and faster laps as their fuel load goes down. Where I tend to do my fastest laps when I'm actually trying to pass other cars. And yes, obviously, slipstream. When you're following a car and you're in a slipstream, it pulls you ahead faster. So it's easier to do faster laps when you're trying to pass other cars in a way, but also being in front and having open air. You know, you should also be able to do fastest laps, which I don't necessarily do. I get a little be green one moment and then I brake too early, trying to play it safe. Downshift too early. Brake a little bit more, be slower, because I actually want to finish this race. So you see here, as I'm going towards the finish line, I brake a little bit too much in that last section.
Lap
But for me, I'm still being consistent.
2:08.75.
You know, for me, this is as fast as I go. But yeah, the force feedback feels great. It feels just... I would say phenomenal. I'm feeling the road, I'm feeling the car, I'm feeling the tires, feeling the gear shifts. I hate the bloody ABS though, and I hate the flat spots on my tires. I hate those feelings, but the way that you have to kind of put in the effort to turn the wheel. And every time you hit a bump or something, you feel it. Oh, I might actually get some green here.
That time was a
That was my bad.
2:08.50.
See, I'm still 12 seconds out, so I guess I do have to catch up to him a little bit, because if he does come in, well, yeah, true. If he's gonna put gas, it will be more than 12 seconds. He's just changing the tires. It could be 12 seconds. Otherwise, I ain't catching up to him, folks. Sorry, I'm not that good of a driver. Just a regular noob. I haven't had time to play much this week either. I am ready to take on people online, I think. I know these tracks well enough now. Okay, I've only driven the Ferrari, but I am very comfortable with the way it handles. I've gotten used to the way it handles. Last week I tried the Porsche and the Mercedes, and I didn't like either. The Porsche was way too twitchy, and the Mercedes was... I don't know, the force feedback when I was driving the Mercedes just felt weird. Really weird.
Time 2:09.86.
And I just didn't like it. But I think that I could have fun with people. Comfortable enough with these car setups. It'll just be a question of having enough fuel to do the races. You know, I try to get used to a little bit of the rain and driving in the dark. Try not to make any mistakes when I'm pitting. Changing all 4 tires and not just the front left. Like the first time I went into the pits. Came out of the pits with 1 tire, 1 fresh tire, and 3 finished tires. Not good. Not good. I would say 1 wet tire and 3 others on the medium compound. Not ideal. Then you lose another lap, and then you have to do another pit to change Yeah, you're not going to change just 3 tires, right? You're going to do all 4. And by that time, well, you've lost so much time that forget it. You're not going to make it. You're not going to catch up to anybody. So yeah. Still have a lot of things that I need to practice, but I think that I'll be able to next month and over the holidays start enjoying my races with people. I don't even see the car anymore now. I haven't seen it in a long time. Still 4 seconds out before I start seeing it again. Let's see, I'm 12 seconds ahead of the 3rd place. So. That guy who's in 1st there is really fast. You can almost say that he's 30 seconds ahead of the next, which is quite a bit. But we're also getting towards the end here, so my car is also extremely light. And I don't like it when my car is too light. Then she has a tendency of going sideways. Oh, starting to see them now in the background. Still know that I'm not going to catch up to them. If I would have run a fastest lap over fastest lap over fastest lap as the race was progressing, You know, if I was at that level of a driver, maybe I could have.
Time 2:12.39.
So the last lap's out. Not only am I not catching up with him, but he's not stopping in the pits either. So he was just really fast and good, not making any mistakes. Somehow he's up to 14.2 seconds. Well, you know what, folks? It's still a very good race for me this week. Compared to all the Sebring crashes I've done all week long. Sometimes, you know, crash 3 or 4 restarts. Rage quit, move on to another track. And then yesterday managed to do, I don't know how many laps, like 20 out of 25 maybe, I don't remember, but yeah, crashed out on the 20th, so you're racing for, you know, some 40 minutes out of a 45-minute race. And then you're passing somebody who's in 7th place. Get tangled up and smack into the wall. And the car is not going nowhere. Yes! So like I said, I'm happy with this. A very comfortable and easy 2nd place. No way I was going to catch up. And my fastest lap wasn't all that far away from his fastest lap. So overall, very happy with the results. Happy to see that YouTube is once again promoting my my shorts feed. That's always a good thing to see because it wasn't doing it this week. And I haven't changed anything. I haven't changed anything, and I'm like, I didn't even know if I was going to get on tonight because I'm like, well, if YouTube's not pushing out the video, what is it, you know? It's not even worth it for me to get on. And I'm like, wow, don't give up. Don't give up. And see, got 5 viewers on my horizontal stream, which always does poorly, but I think people enjoy that one much more and get to see a lot more of the screen and the race and the track. They usually stay for longer because they're more dedicated viewers. But a lot of people get to know my stream and my channel and all that through the shorts feed, so gets more exposure, but people don't usually stay as long. So I'm happy to see that tonight the needle was moving a little bit. So I'm not going to stay on for very late tonight, but I will be, fingers crossed, streaming a lot more tomorrow. I've been out of this, you know, I haven't raced much this week, and I kind of want to do one track and another track and another track and another track. But I also want to, sincerely, I know it's too fast for me because I'm too old to race with the hypercars. But maybe tomorrow I will do a hypercar special. Just getting used to cars that don't have ABS. But if I'm not mistaken, what was it? Was it this one, 2023? If I'm not mistaken here. That had like the GTE cars. And I think that these don't have ABS either. I don't know, maybe some of my viewers would know the answer to that one. So maybe tomorrow I pick up this car without any... Oh, this is the 488. Maybe this one doesn't have the ABS. So it'll be up to me to actually learn how to brake. I don't know. Maybe I'll go into the hypercars. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. But I feel like racing all day tomorrow, so maybe, something around. It's currently 10 o'clock, so I'm talking about like 2 o'clock in the afternoon all the way to midnight. Obviously, I'm going to be taking breaks and cooking supper and all those kinds of stuff, but, I really want to get into a day of racing tomorrow, folks. So, for my very silent viewers, thank you so much for watching. Much appreciated, guys. It's because of you guys that I'm here and I do this. And I hopefully you guys find it entertaining. And again, thank you, and I hope to see you tomorrow's. Please like, share, and subscribe because it really helps out us little content creators. Bye for now.